Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. Today I'm going to be sharing a spring cleaning and decorating marathon from some videos that I shared last year. I really hope that this video will give you some motivation and inspiration to get some spring cleaning checked off of your list and also bring you some spring, Easter decorating motivation as well. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you are excited, and it's going to be about an hour and a half long, so hopefully you'll leave with lots of inspiration and motivation to start your spring cleaning checklist, as well as get some ideas if you're still needing some ideas for Easter and spring decorating. All right, friends, well, let's go ahead and get started. I hope that you enjoy. I'm going to start by removing some of the items that I either wanted to take out of the pantry and put elsewhere, or things that I knew were expired and needed to be thrown in the garbage. So I'm going to start doing that right now, and then we'll get to organizing a little bit more. I need to get a better system of keeping my plastic bags in something instead of them just being all over the place. But right now I'm just going to put all of them together and put them in one bag, and then I will end up putting them in a basket later. But I just had them kind of spread out on these shelves, so I'm just gathering all those up. I'm just kind of going through as well and putting some like items together so that when I get ready to organize and redo my baskets in a way that makes a little bit more sense, I can have those kind of items together. So I'm starting right here to put things in baskets, and these are all of the different flavorings I use whenever I make our loaded teas in the morning. And I shared a short a couple of weeks ago showing how I make those in the mornings at home. But I'm just going to put all of my unopened ones in a basket and all of my open ones in the basket beside it, so they can all be right there together. Some of the items that are in this basket right here I wanted to keep in there, and then there were a few that I wanted to put somewhere else. So I was just going through that, and then now I'm going to just start going through all the baskets on the bottom shelf, keeping the things I want to keep together in a basket and removing the items that I want to put somewhere else. I got this can organizer from Target several weeks ago, and so I just decided to put my cans on this instead of having them in the basket, and I feel like you can see them a lot better, and I can know how many of each can that I have, and I think that this is just going to work out a lot better than having the cans in the baskets. Now I'm going to start taking some of these smaller kitchen appliances that I had just sitting on this top shelf. I'm actually going to try to get rid of that small crock pot because we just don't ever use it. And I'm going to take, we have like a little bread maker and my waffle maker. I'm going to put those in an empty drawer that we have in our kitchen. And I'm just going through some of this stuff on this shelf now. I'm going to make this shelf like our bigger snack items, like that are in boxes that won't fit in a basket. And then I'm going to work on our bread box. I got this bread box for Christmas. I love it. It's so cute. It's mud pie. My stepmom and my dad got this for me for Christmas. And I'm going to take the bread and buns and different things like that we have, and I'm going to store them in here instead of them taking up one of my other baskets. So now, like I said, I'm just going back to this shelf. I'm going to move some of these things and start organizing this shelf. I'm moving my tinfoil and all of my Ziploc bags and my crock pot liners and things like that to this top shelf, because that is not things that I reach for daily. So I'm going to move those up here out of the way, and so that they're not mixed in with the food items. They can be on a shelf all by themselves, and I can kind of keep that stuff separated. Now moving to this basket, this is where I keep like our chips and just random snack items. So it really didn't need to be organized too much, because I'd already taken some things out of there. So I'm just kind of straightening that up, and then I'm going to start fixing one of these baskets on the bottom. Since I had taken some stuff out of it, it had more room, and it's just going to kind of be like a random basket. And then I'm putting some of our overflow condiments and spaghetti sauce, barbecue sauce, things like that in this basket right here. I have another basket that's going to have some overflow, like sauces and dressings and things like that. So I'm going to put those right here by these extra condiments. And there were a few like bigger drink mixes like that we make our lemonade and Kool-Aid. I'm going to keep those in this basket, which is where I had them before. I'm just kind of straightening that up. Then I'm going to take all of my sauces and my taco packs and ranch packet and things like that and add them to my random basket on the bottom. Now we are just going to pick up these extra baskets, and I'm going to give our floor a good vacuum and then put our 2-liter drinks back under these shelves. I ended up with a few extra baskets, so I'm going to take one of them and put my extra K-cups in. I have a canister that I leave beside our Keurig that I have just our regular K-cups in, but these were like some seasonal ones. I had pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha, and then I also had some hot chocolate and decaf. I'm going to take them all out of the box and keep them all in this basket just to kind of keep them grouped together, and I think it looks more pleasing to the eye. And now for the after. I'm excited to share with you how it turned out. So when you first walk in, we're going to start over here to the left, and on these shelves we just have like extra cleaning products, Swiffer cloths, our extra bags, toilet paper, paper towels, things like that we just refill whenever we run low on those things that we keep in our home. I have my lunchbox, some Febreze, some extra dish soap, and then this is the basket that I put all of our K-cups in, some empty water bottles, and then panning over here to the right side, I think it looks so much better and it just is a lot more functional. We have liked things grouped together. I did keep my big appliances in here, like my crock pot and my air fryer. So I'm just going to go through and show you how we have it all organized, but I think it looks a lot better and is a lot more functional. So up here on the top, like I shared earlier, I have all of my Ziploc bags, my crock pot liners, and my tin foil. I have all that right here together. And then we also have one empty like tin foil tray my husband uses when he cooks things on the smoker. My crock pot and air fryer are up there. That's really an extra crock pot. I use this one a lot more because it has a timer setting on it. And then also on this shelf, I have my new bread box, which I love. I think it's so cute. We have some like baking things, flour, sugar, and then these are like boxes of things that I didn't want to take out of the box, like cereal, granola bars, crackers, taco shells, the hard taco shells, and things like that. Down here, we have our box of snacks and chips and different things like that. And usually we have a little bit more in this, but that's all we have right now. We have some overflow condiments and Kool-Aid packets, dressings, and things like that in this basket, as well as this one, like spaghetti sauce, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, things like that, and peanut butter we have in this basket as well. And this is one of our favorite barbecue sauces, the Colorado Smoking Butts barbecue sauce, and we usually order that in bulk because we use it on a lot of different things. Then we have all of our canned items and Karo syrup, things like that, displayed on this little canning rack. In this basket, I have Splenda, tea, marshmallows, brown sugar, and salad toppings. It just kind of made sense in my mind to put all that together. These baskets, we have all of our things for our loaded teas. This basket was kind of random. It just has like our potatoes and our noodles in it. This basket is another just kind of random basket. Our taco mixes, muffin mixes, and some Jell-O packets. And then the last basket right here is Rowdy's basket. So any of his little snacks or candies that he likes, I put in this basket right here. So I'm just giving you one more overview of it. And like I said, I think it looks a lot better and just is a lot more functional for us. This drawer right here in our kitchen was empty. We weren't using it for anything else. So this is where I put some of those appliances that we had in the pantry. We moved them to this drawer, and so now they can just kind of be pushed away until we need them and they're not taking up space in our pantry. Here is one more look of what it looked like before. And how it looked like after. I hope that you enjoy this little pantry refresh, and I hope that, like I said, that it gives you some motivation in case there is a spot in your home that you've been putting off organizing and need a little bit of motivation to get that done. I hope this can serve as your motivator. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you're new, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe and join my channel here on YouTube. I pray that you all have a very blessed day and week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi guys, my name is Emily and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. I'm excited to share today's video with you. It's going to be my 2023 Clean and Decorate for Easter. If you missed my last couple of videos, I did an unboxing of my Easter decor that I've collected over the last couple of years. And in my last video, I shared with you all of the new things that I bought for this Easter season. So today we're going to be putting those out around my home. It's a pretty stormy, cloudy day here in Alabama, but I'm excited to bring Easter and the spring season into our home. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Now let's get to decorating. Before I decorate, I like to make sure that the spaces that I'm going to be working with are clean. So I'm just going to pick up a few things around my kitchen. It wasn't too bad, but like I said, I had some things on my countertop that needed to be picked up so I could get those wiped down and cleaned off. So that's what I'm starting with right now. As always, I have some dishes in my sink that I wanted to go ahead and load into my dishwasher. So I'm going to get those loaded up and then I'm going to clean out my sink. I just want to take a minute to say thank you for all those who have subscribed to my channel and those of you who watch my videos. It truly means a lot and I'm so very thankful for the support of my little YouTube channel. If you have been watching my videos for a while and you haven't subscribed, I would really love for you to consider doing so. It's completely free to you and it just notifies you every time that I post a new video, and it really helps the growth of my channel. But I just want to say thank you again for all of your support. I'm going to be using my Method Daily Granite Cleaner and just giving my countertops a quick wipe down to make sure there wasn't anything on them. I'm not going to be putting any decorations on this side of my kitchen, but I am on the other side, like where my coffee bar is. But I want to just go ahead and get those all cleaned off. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that this is one of my favorite cleaning products. It's my Method Wood for Good cleaner, and I'm going to use that to wipe off my butcher block island and then also my kitchen table. I'm going to put all of my decorations on my table so I can have them all laid out. That just works better for me whenever I'm decorating. I can see everything that I have and just kind of pick up things as I get to a spot that I want to decorate. So I wanted to make sure to get all that cleaned and wiped off because I knew I was going to be putting all of my decorations on there. And now for the fun part, decorating. So I have all of my Easter decor stuff just laying in my extra bedroom. I have all that there. And then this is my whole tote of stuff that I've had. So I'm going to move all of this into the kitchen and then we'll get to decorating. All right, so I have all of it laid out here on my kitchen table. And I'm sorry if you can hear the rain. Like I said, it's a very stormy day here. But I had a few things I wanted to share with you that I didn't show when I did my Easter unboxing. I knew I had this pillow packed away somewhere. So when I found that last night, I also found a few other things. I found this Happy Easter radio thing that I forgot that I had, and this Happy Easter flag, which we may have to put out after it rains, and this bunny door hanger. So I just wanted to show you that, and like I said, I have all of my things laid out on the table. And there are some things I may not end up using once I start decorating, but I just kind of play with it as I go. I don't usually have a plan. I just go through it and I'm like, oh, I like this. I think it would look good here. And that's just kind of my decorating technique. So let's go ahead and get started, because as you can see, we have a lot of decorations to try to find places for. Whenever I'm decorating, my hutch is usually the place that I'm drawn to start at first. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I know that I want to put my Ray Dunn Easter items in here. So I like to go ahead and start with the things that I know where I want them to go. So I'm starting to put out my Ray Dunn bowls. If you watched my unboxing video, you heard me talk about these. They are some of my favorite Easter decorations to put out. I just think they're so sweet. So I'm going to get those set up right here on the bottom of my hutch. And I'm just using my little cupcake stands to elevate those just like I do my everyday Ray Dunn bowls. Beside my bowls, I'm adding this DIY container of things that I made from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to make this whole little shelf right here on the bottom Easter on this side of my hutch. And I'm going to add a bunch of carrots in the top of my bowls. Now Now moving on to the middle of my hutch, I'm going to be working on the middle shelf, and I'm going to be adding my peep egg holders with some buffalo check and white eggs in them, and I think they will really pop right here in the center of the hutch. I decided I wanted to add some carrots under this little cake stand that I have my Home Sweet Home bowls and a greenery wreath around, but the top of that is really hard to take off, so I was just kind of lifting it up, and I just kind of pushed the carrots underneath it and let them lay on top of that little greenery wreath. The last thing I'm going to do right here on my center shelf is add 2 little black eggs on top of these brass candlesticks, and I think it just pulls this whole shelf together. I'm going to pull out a few of my Rae Dunn pieces because I wanted to add some more Easter elements right here. I'm going to put my carrot blue truck plate, and the back of these shelves have a little grooves to put plates in them, so I knew I wanted to put it in my hutch. And I'm also going to add my Hop to It Rae Dunn piece, my little carrot with the rabbits on it, in front of this plate. And then I'm going to add one more thing. This is another DIY piece that I made from things from the Dollar Tree. I decided to add a little blue egg because I thought that it complemented the blue truck well. And the last thing I'm going to do on this side is work on the very bottom. I'm just going to add my good egg canister right here on top of this cake stand that I keep out, that I usually have another Rae Dunn piece on. And then I'm also going to add this little bunny bait sign right in front of that. I decided I wanted to put something on top of this little greenery piece that I have sitting here, so I'm just going to add 2 little brown eggs that look like they're wrapped in burlap on top of that, just to kind of add some eggs to the bottom of that. I also decided to put this little bunch of carrots. None of my top shelves had anything on them, so I wanted to add a little bit of Easter up there. So on one side I put this little gathering of 3 carrots, and then I also just put some of my white eggs in a carton on the other side. Right here, I'm just giving you a quick little overview of how the hutch turned out. I love adding just little Easter pieces in here just to give it some of that festive feeling. The last thing that I decided to add to my hutch was this little buffalo check bunny garland. I didn't know where I wanted to put it whenever I purchased it, but after looking at it with the rest of my Rae Dunn stuff, I think it looks really well draped across the top of this hutch and just kind of pulls all that black and white stuff together, as well as the Easter elements. Now we're moving to the top of my hutch, and if you watched my haul, I shared with you this new little greenery piece that I picked up from Dirt Cheap and said that I wanted to update the piece that I had above my hutch, and that's the piece that I just took out of my dough bowl that I have up here. So I'm just going to add my new little green artificial plant, and I think that it really looks good up here. I feel like the height of it really balances out the height of the candlesticks that I have on the right side of it, and I think it just flows really well together. I really like that piece that I had up there, but I've just had it for years, and I felt like it was kind of short. I thought this space needed something a little taller, so I really like how it turned out. And right now I'm just fixing the little beaded garland that I have up there because I had moved it around, and I'm going to add one little Easter bunny on the top, and it's Ray done too, so I think it looks really well up here. Now moving on to decorating my two-tiered tray. I played with this a little bit last night, and so I kind of knew what I wanted to put on there, but I'm just starting by adding this little tobacco basket and a little pitberry candle ring in it, and then I'm just going to add some other different Easter elements, and I'll show you what it looks like after I get done. As I was looking at the things that I wanted to add a little bit more, I decided that this orange beaded garland would look better on the bottom. So I'm going to take the carrots off, and I end up putting those on the top, and I'm going to put my beaded garland on the bottom. This white little bunny and the little yellow chick that I put on the bottom, they are a set of salt and pepper shakers. So I think they're really cute to add to the tray, and this is what it looks like whenever I got finished. Now we're moving on to this little corner, and I am just adding my two cutting boards that I got, and I'm just going to layer them in front of my cutting boards that I have sitting here all of the time. I'm going to rearrange my coffee station a little bit. I'm going to move these coffee cups so that I can put my two-tiered tray right here in this corner. I decided to put this little wooden bunny over here with my cutting boards just because I thought the different wooden elements looked well together. And now I'm going to add this little cutting board that I got to put my candle on, and I'm going to put my lavender marshmallow candle on top of that. Now moving on to my mantle, I'm going to start by taking some of these things off, and there were a few things that I knew that I wanted to add up here, but like I said, this is the first year decorating in this home, and I've never had a mantle to decorate before, so I just kind of go back and forth, and you'll see I move some things around, but I really like how it turned out at the end, and I'll show you that whenever we get there. But like I said, I just was going ahead and starting with the things that I knew I wanted to place up here, and then just playing with things as I went. I really am glad that I decided to go with this garland. I think that the colors of it just tie in my whole mantle together, and I would love for it to have been able to drape down, but I knew with a toddler that wouldn't last one day. So I just laid it on top of the mantle in front of my other decorations, and I really like how it turned out. I'm going to take my little cotton sprigs out of these galvanized planters, and I'm going to replace them with my blue and white little pit berry stems. Okay, and the last area that I'm going to decorate is this little farmhouse piece that I have in the back of our living room, and I'm just going to take some of the things off and add some Easter decorations. I did decide to leave a few of the pieces that I have up here on the top, but I'm just going to be playing around with it, and I decided to move a few things around as I went, but that's what we're going to work on now. Now moving to these bottom 3 shelves, I'm just going to add a few little Easter touches down here, and then we'll be all done decorating. On Rowdy Man's dresser, I'm going to add this little Easter bunny that lights up that I got from Tavissi. And if you missed that video, go back and check it out. I have a 15% off discount code. But now I'm just going to give you one more overview of all the spaces that we decorated today. I'm going to light my candle because to me that means I'm finished with my task and now I just get to enjoy it. So I hope that you enjoyed this clean and decorate with me. I would love for you to leave me a comment down below and tell me if you enjoy decorating for Easter. I'm usually a very neutral color kind of person throughout my home, so I enjoy the different holidays when I get to bring a little bit of color out for each season. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. In today's video, we are going to be doing a clean and decorate in my laundry room. It wasn't terrible, but this counter, it just seems to be a catch-all every time we come in the door. This is just where we throw things, and it just needs to be picked up, and these things need to be put where they belong. And then I'm also going to be doing a deep clean of my washer and dryer. So stick around because that's going to be a little bit later in the video. And then we're going to be decorating some of my basket wall. I'll explain why in just a little bit because I know I had a whole video on that, but we're going to be doing that a little later as well. My mom is always picking up Rowdy some goodies. I wanted to share with you this little new shirt she just got him. It's mud pie and these little Stephen Joseph socks and some new sunglasses. So he was so excited to go to his Gam's house the other day, and she always surprises him with the cutest little things. On this counter, we mostly have like mail and packages and Axel's things. Whenever we get things dropped off, they drop it off under our carport, which is the door leads right here into our mudroom and laundry room. And so we just have a tendency to come in and sit those things down. So that's why this counter gets a little cluttered. I really need to go through all of our mail and everything that we have in this box up here on the counter, but that will be for another day because I wanted to go ahead and get started cleaning our washer and dryer. And right here, this is what I'm going to be using to put in my washing machine, and I have a cycle on there that you can select, and it's it says like clean washer or something like that. And so I'm going to put this little tablet in there and let the wash machine do the rest. Now that we've gotten the washing machine cleaning, we are going to start on the dryer. And we got this little set off of Amazon, and this just attaches together and it tells you in the directions how it all is supposed to be assembled. So I'm just looking at that, making sure I'm doing it right, and then you're going to take your vacuum cleaner and you're just going to attach this little hose to the top part of the vacuum. Or that's how mine is. Your vacuum may be different, but it just needs to be attached where it would attach to your vacuum. And then I'm just taking out this little lint thing, and I'm going to use this hose, and you just put it down there in this place where your lint goes. And I was amazed at how much lint was in my dryer because I try to clean out my lint every time that I dry clothes, and so I wasn't expecting there to be a ton in here, but you'll see in just a minute there was. And then it also comes with this little brush tool, so after you do that, in case there's some lint like on the sides and things that won't suck up through that hose, this is what that's used for. So after I use that, then I'm just going to go back through with the hose and suction it one more time, and then I'm going to show you how much lint I pulled out of my dryer. I definitely need to do this more often because that was just crazy to me. But I'm showing you right here. Now we're going to move on to fixing my basket wall. I had a few baskets that fell because of the texture of them. They didn't want to stick on the wall. So we're trying something a little different, and I did get a few new baskets. So I'm going to let Kenny hang them on my wall now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we get done. Okay, these spots in my laundry room are already decorated, but I don't think I've ever showed them before. So I just kind of want to show you the few decorations I have in here. Right beside our back door, I have this little welcome sign. I found it on clearance at Hobby Lobby for about $3. And then I also found this little thing on clearance as well. And we just have our extra keys hanging on it, as well as Axel's leash. And then above our sink that we have in here, I have this sign, and I actually got it in Tennessee at my favorite store that I've shared on here before. I got this years ago. And then on this little shelf, I just have a few different decorations. On the very back, I have this oil lamp that was Kenny's grandmother's, and I just love the vintage look of it and the special memory of it being in his family. And then these are just some old looking clothespins. I ordered them off Amazon, and I just put them in a mason jar. And then this mason jar right here is actually filled with nails that were from the original home place that sat right where we built our home. It was Kenny's grandfather's home place, and it burned down several years ago. And these are nails that we collected from the ground where it used to sit. So I think that's really special to have in our home. This is just a greenery plant piece that I got from Hobby Lobby. You know, I always have to have greenery places. This is an old iron that I got from the thrift store, and a washboard that I also got from the thrift store that I painted white. So I just think that all these things flow in a laundry room and can be considered laundry room decor, and I have them styled on this shelf, and I love how this little spot in my laundry room looks. And to the side of this, we just have our lockers and our wall tree, whatever you want to call it. We hang our purses, bags, things like that. I have a bench that lifts up for extra storage underneath. And then at the top, I have these baskets that holds things like light bulbs and different things like that I don't need to get to often. And so now I'm just giving you one more overview of how the basket wall looks now that it's all decorated and complete again. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a little different because we weren't actually decorating everything, but I just thought it'd be fun to kind of show you a little refresh of my laundry room and the places that I have decorated already. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I would love for you to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the very next one. Bye. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. We are jumping straight into today's video, which is going to be a spring clean my kitchen and living room with me. We're starting out by cleaning the baseboards in my kitchen and dining room. We've only been in our house for about 6 months, so it is just crazy to me how dirty these things have gotten, and we've actually cleaned them one other time before now, but you can see I have my little helper right there, and we are just going to get these baseboards all cleaned. I feel like this part of my kitchen is the most messy because Axel really likes to stand at this window and bark at anything he sees or hears during the day, so he does have his little paw prints and things like that in this windowsill that needs to be cleaned as well. As you can probably tell outside of the window, it was a very rainy and nasty day on the day that I started doing this, and I definitely didn't get this done all in one day, and I didn't get every single clip because I knew that would be boring watching me clean baseboards. But just doing my kitchen and living room and dining room probably altogether took close to 3 hours just to do those baseboards. So it definitely is not as fast as this video may make it appear to be. I have shared this before, but this wall right here and that door frame gets so dirty because that is where Axel jumps up and paws at, and he just makes this area so messy. So I do have to wipe this down pretty frequently, but I wanted to go ahead and do it while I was cleaning the baseboards and everything else in this area. And now I'm just moving on to the top part of the windowsill. I did go ahead and decide to clean my windows. I really need to clean the outside of my windows because after I cleaned it, I was like, this still looks dirty, but it's really mostly on the outside. So I do need to add that to my list of things to do. And you can see our shop in the outside the window right here, and I do have a video. I'm trying to get that finished up, but I am sharing some of the process of whenever we were building our shop, so that is coming up in an upcoming video, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Now we are moving into the dining room, and I am going to get the walls cleaned that are on either side of my hutch. These actually weren't too bad. They were just kind of dusty from being behind that chair. Now moving on to my island, and there were some spots on my island that I wanted to make sure I got really clean because it does get kind of dirty and dusty because people sit at our island, like if they put their feet on the island and things like that. So I was excited to get this all clean. I can't remember if I shared this earlier or not, but to clean my island and the baseboards and everything, I'm just using a microfiber cloth and a multi-surface clean and spray. Okay, we are moving moving on to a new day, and we are starting in my living room. My baseboards are really the only spring cleaning thing I'm going to do in here besides like dusting my blinds and stuff. But we're starting on the baseboards in the living room, and they weren't as bad as the kitchen to me, so it didn't take me as long to get these done. Rowdy was cracking me up with this chair. He kept moving it closer and closer, and he didn't understand why he couldn't sit in the windowsill when I was trying to work right there. It feels so good to have the baseboards done in my living room and kitchen, and I still want to get the rest of them done throughout the house, but I'm so glad to at least have this much done. Now we're going back into the kitchen, and I'm going to run a quick and clean cycle through our Keurig. I haven't done this in a while, and it was pretty nasty what it pulled out of here, but I ran a cycle of the, like I said, the quick and clean pot, and then I just ran a cycle of hot water. And here in just a minute, I'm going to show you what it looks like after it ran through that cycle. Now I'm just going to take all of the Keurig parts to my sink and wash them out with my Dawn dish soap. That little tray at the bottom can get some coffee stuck to it, so it really needed to be cleaned out. So I just went ahead and gave everything a good wipe down. Now I'm just putting all of the pieces back on the Keurig and just wiping down the top of it and things like that. It wasn't really bad, it was just kind of dusty, so I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that down and get it all put back together. Moving on to the microwave, I am going to clean the outside and the inside of it. It actually wasn't terrible, but just like anything, and I'm using my Method stainless steel cleaner, but just like anything, if you use it, it's going to get dirty. So there were some spots on the inside that food had gotten on or became sticky, and so I wanted to get all that cleaned up, but I'm going to clean the outside of it first. To clean the inside, I'm just using a multi-surface cleaner, and I wish that I still had some of my degreaser because because I think that would have worked well too, but I was out of it, so I'm just using this multi-surface cleaner, and it cleaned it really well too. I want to run a cleaning cycle in my dishwasher, but before I can do that, I need to unload it and get all of these dishes put away. And so now that it's clean, I'm going to take my Fresh dishwasher cleaner, and you just take one of these little tablets, and I'm going to open it and just put it in like where you normally put your dishwasher pod or cleaner, and you just run it on a normal cycle, and it cleans it really well. And it makes it have a really good smell on the inside of the dishwasher. So I'm glad that I got this done too. While that is running and cleaning the inside of the dishwasher, I'm just going to take my stainless steel cleaner and clean the outside of it. It wasn't too bad. There were just some fingerprints and stuff naturally on there. So I'm going to get that all wiped down. And so now that the outside will be clean and the inside. Now to work on the refrigerator. I had a spot on this bottom shelf, which I think might have been milk or something like that, that needed to be scrubbed and cleaned up. So I'm just going to take everything out of the refrigerator and give all of the shelves a good wipe down, throw away anything that needed to be thrown away, and just kind of reorganize it. I actually need to do this way more often than I do. I am ashamed to admit that I hardly ever do this, but it really didn't take that long, and once it was done, my refrigerator looked so much better, and I'm glad that I decided to get this done too. I'm sorry if in a few parts of these clips my camera was a little wobbly. Rowdy was playing right there on the counter, and he bumped it a few times, so there's a few clips it kind of shakes a little bit. Now moving on to the door, and I did clean this first and second shelf, but somehow that clip either got deleted or I don't think I had mass record, but I did get those two cleaned as well. And so now I'm going to do the bottom of this and then all of the ones on the other side. here I'm just showing you some of the fingerprints and things that had gotten on the refrigerator. And every morning when I make our loaded teas, you have to like mix the bottom part of it and then add the ice. So when I do, it like that splatters up on where our water and ice comes out in our refrigerator. So it was really dirty, just like I said, just kind of sticky from the drink mixes and things. So it looks a lot better once I got all that cleaned off. Moving down to the bottom part, this is where our this drawer can hold like drinks and stuff, and then our freezer is on the very bottom. So we're just going to get that cleaned up now. Alright, and we are moving right on into another day, another task. We are going to be cleaning off the backsplash in my kitchen. And to do this, I'm again just using my microfiber cloth and my multi-surface spray. These weren't too bad, but there were some spots on there and I wanted to get them off before they got any worse. But before I start on that, I just removed everything from my counter and I'm going to give my counter a good wipe down. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am multitasking here. I've got my meat browning in the pot for our supper. So if you see the smoke coming from my stove, that's what it is. Now moving on to my stove, we have something that's spilled in the bottom. It's been a while now, but I just am taking a damp cloth with my multi-surface cleaner and spraying the bottom of that. And you'll see in just a minute I had a few spots that wouldn't come up, and so I'm going to take my Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser and it comes pretty much completely up. It looks a lot better now. I'm glad that I got this taken care of. It's just something that I've been putting off, and it did take me a little bit to do, but it looks so much better now in the bottom of my oven. Now moving on to the door of the oven, you will see that I started out by just using my multi-surface spray, but I could tell that that wasn't going to get up the liquid and stuff that had splattered on the door. So I'm coming in with my Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser, and I really have not found anything that this product cannot help get clean. I'm showing you a close-up right here of it taking off some of those spots. I know from far away it's probably hard to tell, but it really did a good job. Now, I did have to use some elbow grease with it and scrub a few of them for a while, but it came up and the door looks so much better. Once I'm finished with that, I'm just going to take my stainless steel cleaner and clean the front of the door. The last thing I'm going to do is take my Mr. Clean and put it in my O-Cedar mop bucket, mix it with warm water, and I'm going to take my O-Cedar mop to clean my kitchen cabinets. I never have done this before, but I have seen a few people sharing this as a cleaning hack, and I think it actually worked really well and got my cabinets clean, and it also made them smell really good. Using the O-Cedar mop also made it a lot easier to reach the top of my cabinets so that I didn't have to get a chair and drag it around my kitchen to be able to reach. So I thought this was a really neat hack and something I'll definitely be doing in the future. I was definitely tired of cleaning by the time I got done cleaning all these cabinets, but I feel so much better that I at least have gotten started on my spring cleaning and that I have my kitchen and living room checked off of that list of things that I have to do. So I hope this gives you some motivation if you have some areas in your home that need to be spring cleaned. To go ahead and get started on those. I definitely still have a long list, but I'm definitely a list person, and it really just makes me feel good whenever I can cross something off of that list and move on to the next thing. So, like I said, I hope this video gave you some motivation. If you are new, I would absolutely love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the very next one. Have a great week. Bye. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. Today we are going to be doing some deep cleaning in my bathroom. We're going to be cleaning the tile and grout in our shower, as well as cleaning the baseboards around the bathroom. But before I got started on any of that, I wanted to get these rugs in the washing machine and get them washed so they could be all clean and I could put them back out once I got the rest of the bathroom finished. So that's what I'm starting with today, and then once I got these going, we're going to go back in our bathroom and I'm going to give you a little overview of what our shower looked like. The grout in here really needed to be cleaned, especially in the corners of the shower. You can see that some like dirt and buildup had formed over there. So we're going to get that all taken care of today. Before I started cleaning it, I'm just going to take our shower head and put some water on there, and then to clean it, I'm going to use a tub and tile cleaner that I have, and then I'm also going to be using this little tool that Kenny gave me, and he put it on the end of his drill, and it actually worked really, really well to get into all of those grout lines and things like that. So that's what I'm starting with, and this is what I use to clean the whole shower, but I put a different tool on the end for a few other spots. But to clean the corners and the spots that were the worst, I did use this. I have not cleaned our shower, like deep cleaned it like this, since we moved in. I mean, it does get cleaned, but not like something like this to like really get in the grout lines and on the tile. So I would love to know, you could leave it below in the comments, how often do you clean your shower? And do you do deep cleans like this? Every time you clean your shower, I definitely need to do it more often, especially like once I really started cleaning it and I could see just how bad those grout lines were. And I'm showing you right here, this is the other corner that is under our little bench that we have, and it was probably the worst area in the shower. But I'll show you and after whenever I get finished, and it does come really clean. So it is satisfying to watch the process and see how good it looks at the end. If you'll notice, I did like have to keep switching hands because that little tool was pretty powerful the more that I used it, and my hand would get tired from just the vibration of it and also holding the button in. So I would have to switch hands or either use both of my hands to help steady it a little bit. So by the time I got done with this process, it took me about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, to clean the whole shower. So my hands were definitely tired and my back from bending over. This is the second little tool that I used. I mean, it's the same drill, but the little attachment, I should say, is different. This is more of a flat brush, but I actually think that I liked the rounded one better. I thought that the flat one would be the best for the areas in the shower that weren't in the corners, but looking back, I actually did prefer the round brush. It just did a better job cleaning to me. But this one worked good too, and so that's what I'm using on this part of the shower. If you are enjoying today's video and getting some cleaning motivation, I would love it if you would hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I love to share cleaning motivation videos, decorating videos, organization things. So you will find all that on my channel. So if you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. And now we are moving to this part that is underneath the glass, right where the door closes. And those little brushes wouldn't fit in there. So I just sprayed the tub and tile cleaner, and I'm just going to use my microfiber cloth. And I showed you right there, it really did have some buildup that had formed under there. So I was glad to get that all cleaned up. This part was so satisfying to me, just watching all of the soap and things that had formed from the spray. So just getting that washed down the drain, and then I'm going to give you another clip of what it looked like before and then how it turned out after. As I was cleaning out the shower, I noticed there was still a little spot right here that still had some buildup on it, so I'm just going to take my cloth and get that cleaned up. We don't have a ton of baseboards in our bathroom, but I wanted to go ahead and get them cleaned up while I was in here. And I also noticed a little spot right here on my door frame that needed to be cleaned. So I'm just going to go around the bathroom and get all those baseboards cleaned, as well as where our toilet is in this little room off here to the side. I'm going to clean the baseboards in there as well. It was kind of a tight space working in our toilet room because it's not very big. Like I said, all we have in there is our toilet and trash can. So I tried to sit my phone in different places so you could see me go around the whole room, but I got the best clips that I could. I just have my tripod sitting on top of my toilet to try to get these clips, but I didn't think that the baseboards in here would be too dirty, but it just amazes me how dirty white baseboards can be. If you missed my video where I spring cleaned my kitchen and living room, I did the baseboards all around those rooms, and it took forever, and I was just amazed at how dirty they had already gotten, and we had only lived in our house about 6 months at that time. So we've been in our house about 7 months now, and this is the first time I'm cleaning my baseboards, if I'm being honest, but definitely something I need to do more often because they just show so much dirt and things because they're white. They're pretty, but they do get dirty very easily. So now I'm just going to pick up the bathroom, and the last thing that I'm going to do in here is vacuum up the floor from the dust and hair and things that fell off of the baseboards whenever I was cleaning it up. And if you are a woman, then you know that there's just always hair. You'll always have hair everywhere. So I'm just going to give the bathroom a quick vacuum. So that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed and that this brought you some cleaning motivation. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe and join my community here on YouTube. I'm looking forward to all the summer videos that we're going to be sharing, so I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on all of that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.